Janelle, order 3857. So this is your general reading. This is yours. So I would recommend to watch it by yourself first, and then if you wish to share it with others, then you're more than welcome to. Okay. I would recommend to rewatch it a few times if you would like to. If it's getting to be too much, then just come back to it. Okay. I have my computer here. That's where I'm getting your energy from. I'm going to be pausing in between shuffling of your decks as well, unless something is coming to me. Okay. But as my cards come out, it's like past, present, and future. The future is not set in stone, and this is as of right now in this moment. So as soon as you start making decisions, then some of this will change, just as a heads up. So please let me know how it resonates, and please let me know if you have any questions. But hopefully we can see what comes out. And it looks like your intuitive order is on its way, just as a heads up. Also have incense going too, so if you see smoke, that's the incense. Just as a heads up. You're dreaming. I think I picked that up when we were doing your intuitive. I can't even remember what I picked for your intuitive. All right. So the first card is party and external, okay? So I feel like either you were like a really big party person. My glasses are very dirty, I'm sorry. So I feel like you were either a really big party person or you're a very social individual. You're one that you're not an introvert. You like being out with other individuals. You like being around groups of people, but they have to be kind of on your terms. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like you got to be around people that you're comfortable with. Okay. So that's how I view this, is that's how you are. You feel like there's something going on, or something happened in the past that you're still clinging on to, because the Deception and Temptation card came out. So I don't know if this is a past individual, that you're still kind of clinging on to. But you are very, very hard on yourself, okay? You're very sabotaging of yourself, and I'm jiggling my leg. Do you do that? Anyway, so you're very, like, again, hard on yourself. You're very, like, ugh, what happened? Why did I do this? You're very, like, you're harboring a lot of guilt for some reason, and I don't know why. I think it comes from past, and comes from how maybe you were brought up, and you're carrying it over. And you are self-sabotaging because of the way that you're thinking. Because you're one to kind of think about something, and it's like the worst case scenario. The worst case scenario is going to happen. That's how I view that, is that you're just always jump to like the ifs, the wouldas, the couldas, the shouldas, oh, that could have happened, or oh, this is going to happen. And you kind of just keep going down that rabbit hole. You need to take a step back and see how it would actually play out, or if that will actually happen, or what's the realization of it actually happening. What are the chances of it actually happening? Okay. So try and view it that way to kind of calm you down a little bit. Take a few deep breaths, kind of recenter yourself, and see how that goes. Okay. Again, messages and dreams. Just as soon as I said that, it either flew out before or just after. So the messages and dreams, I don't think you know that you're dreaming, because I get the sensation that you think you've dreamt, or you're like, nah, I didn't dream that. And then it just kind of goes away. I think there's some sort of message that they're trying to send you as far as like your guides, through your dreams. I don't think it's numbers. I don't think it's animals. I think it's your dreams. You might be seeing numbers, but I don't think those are actually meant for you. You know what I mean? Like the numbers that you keep seeing, I think that it's more of just you trying to find something. Okay? I think it's in your dreams. Okay? So if you don't keep a dream journal, try and keep a journal or something beside your bed that you can write with and write down with so that you can see if there's any repeating patterns. So the things that you kind of want to watch out for in dreams is, where are you? Are you with anyone? What are you doing? If you can recall all this, okay? Just throwing that out there. You may not be able to recall all this. What are you doing? Are you looking at yourself from above or below? Or are you looking at yourself through your eyes? Okay, so all those things can kind of matter. I'm not a dream interpreter, but I know that you got to kind of watch out for those sorts of things. And if there's repeating patterns in the dream. So if you are in the woods, for example, and you always seem to be around like certain flowers or certain animals in your dreams, then that could be a representation of something that they're trying to send you. Okay. You are scared or you're limiting yourself on certain things. I feel like you have abilities, but I can't pinpoint what they are. You're very intuitive. But your limitations are holding you back and your fears are holding you back. I think you had but certain little blips of stuff happened when you were little and you've kind of blocked it out. So you're kind of fearful of what could happen. So seeds in spring came out next. So I feel like in the spring, you may start opening up a little bit more to all of this sort of stuff. And it's kind of like you're just kind of testing the waters in the springtime just to see where you're going. And I think that spring is a good season for, like, again, if you think of spring, what do you think of? Like renewal, rebirth, kind of like new growth and those sorts of things. And the days are getting longer and it's nice and brighter out and it's not as depressing. You know what I mean? So I feel like in the spring, you're going to really be like, yeah, I think I'm kind of going to go in a little bit more and see what happens, because I feel like you're a divine feminine. Okay. So the feminine card is, everybody has masculine energy, everybody has feminine energy. So your masculine energy, the way I kind of describe that is it's like your rough, rugged, tough, kind of daddy kind of figure, okay? And then we have your feminine energy, which is like your motherly, gentle, want to care for everybody, want to be nurturing and kind and those sorts of things, okay? So you got to balance it out. Right now, you have a lot of feminine energy, okay? So, which is good. What's really sticking out to this is the hand. Notice the glow on the hand. So I feel like you do, again, have some sort of abilities going on, but I don't know. I can't pinpoint what it is. I don't think that you're a medium. I don't think that you're an empath. Maybe you are an empath. I can't remember. But I'm not picking it up right now. But you definitely, I feel like, have some sort of abilities of some sort. Do you have visions? I think you have visions. Do you have visions that come true? Anyway, so that's the only other thing with that one is that, again, you got to kind of, you need to be feminine, but at the same time, you can't have your feminine rule over your masculine. You got to step your masculine up a little bit sometimes when it's warranted. The cycles are going to come to a completion. So some of this crap that you're going through right now, the cycles are going to end and it's going to be a change. And it's going to be for the better. And I feel like next winter, because this is this is the last card. So those little seeds that you plant in the spring coming up, in the winter, you're going to like really come kind of full circle and be like, okay, now I know what's going on. And now I know what's happening and where I can go with all this. Okay. But be cautious, because I feel like you're going to have to go through a storm of some sort. And it's going to be very unexpected. So it's something that is going to kind of shake you a little bit and kind of like just rock your world a little bit and kind of have you second guess things. Storms come in all shapes and forms. spiritually as well as like in our real world, right? So some storms can be like really nice and gentle spring rains, and then some storms can be like raging hurricanes or anywhere in between. So I feel like this one is kind of like a possible, there could be a tornado kind of deal going on, not to scare you, but as long as you're prepared for it, then I think that you will be fine. And I think that this is involving somebody that is going to be coming up from your past. So I don't know if it's going to be this individual or if it's going to be somebody else. Okay, so let me pause, let me grab another deck, and we can go from there. So one sec. All right, so this is very interesting because it's kind of reiterating the first deck a little bit. So the first card for this one is all tied up. I feel like this is you kind of in a nutshell, that you have like lack of motion. Notice that there's some vines around her and that she's around a bunch of things, and there's a lunar moth there too. So this is about a lack of motion or sense or personal freedom. It's a situation in your life where things seem severely stuck. It's like there's major drama going on, or it's like stopping you from moving forward, or there's technicalities that are blocking your way. The restrictions may be feeling quite oppressive at this time. So I would say look at your life and see how you can be your own jailer. And again, a negative habit that you refuse to deal with could be the cause of all of this. So you need to cut those vines free, okay, to break free of this, because you have some sort of attachment with something. So this is like a perceived need and the choice to let go. So your passage forward is being stopped by a strong attachment to old patterns or people from the past. And it's about like, you need to, like, even though you may wear a mask, okay, to kind of like make everybody feel like you're content and everything's cool, and you simply can't seem to go forward because deep down, even if it's subconsciously, you're not ready to break free of this attachment. I don't know if it's of a person or a thing. I think it's from a person, but it could be a physical addiction. It could be like addiction come in all shapes and forms. It's not just drugs and alcohol. People always just go straight to jump to that. It can be material things. It can be working, it could be shopping, it could be any sorts of things, okay, that is putting a kink into things, okay? So again, it could be emotional patterns or an old relationship. Are you living in fear, or are you addicted to old unhealthy habits of some sort? And it's about like you're desperate about the future that you can't be are you so desperate about knowing about the future that you can't be happy now, kind of idea, okay? So if that's a yes, then the chains are of your own making, okay? So you need to take action. You need to break and move forward to an open, free, healthy, authentic life, okay? You're gonna need courage, and it's gonna take effort to let all this crap go, but you're capable of doing it. Until you break free of this, then the energy is still going to be there, and it's still going to be stuck, and you're still going to be feeling like this, okay? And it's just going to keep repeating over and over and over again, okay? And it's going to keep you stuck there. I feel like balance is a huge thing. Again, remember how I said masculine and feminine energy. So the angel of balance is about being centered and honoring yourself. It's also about like honoring your choices and your personal balances too. Okay, so this is about like an emotional equilibrium. Things in the past may have been out of sync. So it's like, again, getting that equilibrium back into your life, and remain conscious about how you are balancing your goals and your emotions and your physical energy. If you feel off center or losing focus, you can call upon her to help you reclaim that balance, okay? And it's about like your intuition will lead you in the right direction. Remember how I said that you have a strong intuition. Trust your intuition. If you are getting a lot of those intuition tests that are popping up and things, it's for a reason. It's to help harness your intuition, okay? Because right now you're stuck in anxiety mode. You're worrying about things that you don't need to worry about. You are distressing yourself and putting you through all of this, and is bringing you down, okay? So you gotta, again, kind of get through all of this crap. And I know it's easier said than done, but you need to, again, is it something that's actually going to happen? Or is it something that's just kind of maybe like one off, like 1 in 10 million kind of thing? Okay. So you got to, again, kind of outweigh things so that you're not stuck up here, okay, just like the first deck, because the Deceit card came out next. So the Deceit is about, it can be about like tactics, hidden tactics. It can be about like manipulation. It's like a warning, okay, that there may be some deception going on. It could be coming from someone you know, or are dealing with personally or professionally, someone that might be spreading maybe rumors, but I'm not feeling like that. And it doesn't feel like they're like disrespecting you or others, like as far as like business matters and those sorts of things, which this card can be too. It's not about that. It's just about like being aware of what's actually going on in your life, because I think you are deceiving yourself because you're stuck. You're just so caught up in things that you're trying to deceive yourself and manipulating things where you don't need to. You need to see things for how they actually are, because you are deceiving yourself. This isn't coming from someone else. I feel like this is you because you're trapped up here because racing thoughts keep going over and over and over in your mind, okay? So you gotta, again, have that, you need to remain conscious about yourself and balancing those goals and your emotions and your physical energy and all those sorts of things. But at the same time, this is a deep layer because you gotta, again, be aware of what's going on in your life, and you gotta know that, is it coming truly from you? Okay, so is it your self-esteem? Is it your happiness? What about your leisure time? Are you taking time for yourself? Is there something you are lying to yourself about? Because I feel like this is you, because you're kind of blowing some things out of proportion. You're going on a journey, dude. So the journey card is about movement. It's about moving stuck energy. It can't actually be about travel and relocation and those sorts of things. But I feel for you, it's about like having that aha moment of all this crap going on, and that you might be manifesting this crap because you keep thinking about it. The stuff we think about, you manifest. Okay? So you need to go on a journey and kind of just, I know it's easier said than done, okay? I totally understand that, okay? And you're probably like, this chick is like freaking crazy. But you gotta, again, have that movement. And it's about like having that inspired adventure ahead, to leave that crap in the past. Learn from your past. Leave it in the past so that you can move forward. Okay? Because there's different directions that you can go. You can go on in the same direction and you're going to still feel like all this crap is weighing you down. Or you can relocate and kind of just go on a different path and stop those negative patterns and things, okay? Patience. This card, as I was shuffling this deck, kept kind of popping up, and I'm like, I won't be surprised if it comes out. It came out last. Okay, patience. Notice, peaceful presence, okay? Letting go of desperation. The angel is holding a clock. Okay, so the clock in the silence of winter, it's basically telling you it's time to release that old urgency. Look at things with a much clearer perspective. I'll say that again. Look at things with a much clearer perspective, as I was saying before. Okay, she represents all of this. So you need to chill, relax, let go of that single-minded desperation that has been driving you. Okay? You need to have patience. Okay? So this is about also when you're thinking there's only one solution to satisfy your need or to make you happy, you are blocking many other potential solutions from coming your way. So you need to be patient and open and quiet your mind to broaden your perspective to let them come through. Cycles are clocks. Notice the clock again, okay? This winter scene is in between your seeds, and then again your what did you have? Rebirth and winter. This is kind of relating back to this, okay? This was the last card too. Okay, winter and winter. Okay, so yeah, it's definitely reiterating the first deck. Now, the last card that's on the bottom, this is kind of futuristic, it's indecision. So it can go one way or another with your future. Because again, it's up to you to do the work and up to you to take this if you want to take it or not. But you have an indecision. You're stuck. Okay, so it's kind of like the all tied up and the attachment and those sorts of things and the journey card. It's reiterating pretty much in this one. So you're stuck. There's more than one way of going. So which choice do you make? There's 2 or more choices in front of you and you don't know where to go. So this is about you're anxiously looking at the road, wondering what way would be the better choice. Yet you're standing still. You're feeling confused. Up and down emotions, possibly. Okay? You could spend days, months, or even years stuck in this state and not making that movement. So even though the spring and the winter card came out, and this is reiterating the winter, this is kind of looking like spring. It could be this coming season. It could be the next coming season. Cards don't go by our timeline, okay? Because you could be stuck in this state for quite a while if you don't change up here in how you kind of perceive things, okay? So this is, again, about, like, you're feeling your life force energy draining away, and you're constantly being tired, I feel like, okay? So it's keeping you stuck. It's time to let go of that self-doubt, that analyzing everything down to the 1 in 10 million possibilities that could happen, okay? So you need to consider what direction resonates with you the most, and both in the process and in the goal, you need to follow your heart. So I think, again, you're really stuck here. So you got to do some sort of unblocking somehow. I don't know if you're in therapy or not, but if this is truly happening, then I would say you need to do some exercises or something to help you stop doing all this thinking that's kind of keeps going on and blowing things out of proportion, to kind of help you, okay? So that's the only thing, okay? The temple path. So, yeah. So with the temple path, it's about like a spiritual purpose, support. You are having a spiritual evolution. What you're going through right now is all part of the soul's process. So I think that it is meant for you to go through all this crap, unfortunately, and to maybe hear this harsh reading. But I think it will do you, it will serve you to the highest good, as long as you do the work and kind of, again, work on those exercises, and stop that negative pattern that's going on. I used to be like that too. I still am like that every once in a while, but with help, I have been a lot better. So I think you have been through quite a bit in the past. So let me know how this resonates with you. Thank you for everything. Thank you for your patience, and enjoy your order that's on its way. See ya. Take care.